Hooty-hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. I'm Tall Mike. It's Friday. We made it to the end of the week, and what an incredible week it was. I mean, we were down 1,000 points on Monday, then all of a sudden we rebounded. Right? Basically, the week was very volatile, up and down, but guess what? We closed the week right about where we started the week. So if you just were asleep the whole time and you woke up, you go, oh, nothing happened. But it was an exciting week, and of course we all know why. Okay, we know why, because it was the Evergrande trade. China's Evergrande trade made the market very volatile. Down, up. It's a trader's market. I actually like this market. I mean, you can jump in and jump out of things sometimes on the same day. If you're doing options, you can have about a 50% profit if you do it right. Okay, so where are we at right now? Well, we did get about a 5% pullback, okay, and we've already recovered half of that. So we're only down about in between 2 and 3%. Okay, so now, will we go back to a record high? Will we go back to a record high, or will we come back down and test that 5% and maybe even break a little bit lower? I think we're going to come down and test that 5%. Now, if we hit a new record high, once again, I'm wrong. Before we hit the 5% down, I think we got a little farther to go. I think the market is going to come in a little bit more. Now, why do I think this? I really think we're underestimating what's really going on in China. Okay. Let's talk about Evergrande. Evergrande's their big developer, right? Okay, $300 billion. $300 billion in, well, bonds that are going to be defaulted on. Now you say, well, $300 billion, that doesn't even measure. I mean, we print that in a day in the United States, right? I mean, why don't China just print that money and put it in there? Well, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Well, actually, I think they want to punish capitalism. China's not a real big They're not really fond of capitalism, and this is what happens. They want to punish it when it goes bad. Now, okay, these $300 billion worth of bonds, some of these are what's known as junk bonds. Junk bonds are, well, they're paying 8, 10, 12%. 12% on your money in this environment? That's incredible. But the point is they can't make the payment, so maybe that's not such a good thing. Or will they default on all of them? Probably will. Will they get bailed out? Possible. But here's the thing. Okay, China, their real estate market is about $55 trillion. $55 trillion, that is huge. That is a huge real estate market. Now, real estate all over the world is inflated. It just is. It's inflated. It's in a bubble, and this bubble is not just the U.S. The bubble is all over the world, and China actually has the biggest bubble. Real estate makes up about 30% of their GDP in China. 30% is real estate. So if that market comes down, China's going to come down hard. Okay, now here's the thing. Okay, now some parts of China, their houses, they cost 46 times the average income. 46 times the average income. Now, what's interesting about this, let me explain how this works. Okay, people cannot make the mortgage payment when houses cost 46 times. Back in the day when I bought my first houses, and I bought my first one. My interest rate was 18%, and the house was, let's just use a rough number. Let's call it $100,000. Okay, 18% on $100,000. That's still $18,000 a year plus property taxes. Now, I didn't have that much in extra money, but here's what happened. The house went up, so I could refinance it to make my payments. What they do in China, the houses go up. They go up. They're 46 times. Every time it goes up, you can refinance it or take a second on your house. Okay, so that's how you get the money to pay the mortgage. This is what I was doing. And it worked great when the houses were going up. I bought my first house and it went up, and I refinanced it and took out enough money so I had the down payment for the second house. And well, they kept going up. And I refinanced both houses and got a third house, and they kept going up. Well, guess what? the market stopped going up. Now we had a little pullback in the markets, and this goes back to 1986. And I had 3 houses, and they were all levered. And they were levered so much that I could not make the payments. So what I have to do, I had to sell the first house because I needed money to make the payments on the other 2. Well, it's kept going down. I had to sell the second house so I could hold on to the first house. And eventually I had to sell the first house. Now, I never went into bankruptcy. I made it out, and I made a little bit of money. But it's great when houses are going up. You can keep paying your mortgage. 46 times the average income. The houses have to go up because that average income isn't going to pay the mortgage. So what happens when the houses don't go up? Well, people have to get out. They have to sell the house. They have to get out. They have no money to pay the mortgage because the house didn't go up. So you're going to get this huge, massive downturn in the real estate market in China. Well, Mike, that's China. Yeah, it'll be contained over there. I don't think so. Not a $55 trillion real estate market. We're going to feel that all around the world, believe me. And that's Evergrande thing, maybe they can kick the can down the road like we're doing in the United States. I mean, we just have a huge debt problem. We just keep printing the money. We keep kicking the can down the road. And that may all be fine. It may work out for them for a little while. But eventually another shoe's going to drop, and you're going to feel this Evergrande move. That's why I'm actually betting that the market does have a pullback. We're downplaying it right now like it's no big deal. No big deal, you know? It's going to be okay. They'll just bail them out like we do in the United States. Well, we bail out our zombie companies. They're going to bail out Evergrande. Maybe. I think we're going to feel the repercussions from Evergrande. I don't think it's over yet. I do not. So that big drop on Monday of 1,000 points, I think we're going to go back and retest those lows. That's just my opinion. And, you know, it's good to have differences of opinion. Your opinion may be the market's going to hit a new high from here. It takes 2 sides to make a trade. If you don't have 2 sides, you don't have a trade. Some people have to be on the other side of what you believe, and that's just fine. It's just what I'm doing. I'm looking for it to pull back down and retest that low. Now I want to talk a little bit more about real estate because I know a little bit about it. I'm a real estate guy. Okay. Now, in this market, we've gone from basically the buyers, they had this fear of missing out, and they had to buy, and they'd pay any price. They'd pay $100,000 over asking. They'd waive the appraisal. They'd waive the inspection reports. They'd take the house as is. Well, the market's kind of changed, right? Okay, so in the last 2 months, the prices have actually gone down. Now, granted, just 1-2%, but, you know, the market is starting to go down. Now, pretty soon, we're getting this fear of getting out. The sellers want to get out. They didn't all want to stay in, but it was stupid to sell your house when they were going up $20,000, $30,000 a month. But right now, they're starting to come down. When they start to come down $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, there's going to be a big fear of getting out. Now, I thought all these, fiscal cliffs were coming to an end. Now, the eviction moratorium, well, it ends supposedly that one ended. But guess what? Well, Seattle, they extended theirs until January of 2022. Seattle has 60,000, households that are not paying their rent. 60,000 of them. Now, let's just say there's only 2 people to a household. There's actually more than that. But if they did evict everybody, that'd be 120,000 new homeless people in Seattle. So they extended that out till January 2022. All right. That's 60,000 units not paying the rent just in Seattle. Now, in California, we're extended out into October, and they'll probably extend it again. Now, here's what really frustrates me. Elizabeth Warren, she wants these eviction moratoriums to be extended, well, basically indefinitely. She doesn't want anybody to pay rent. They don't have to pay rent. Now, what she's actually saying, she wants the eviction moratorium to be extended 3 months 3 months past the time that the last person has the virus. When the virus is completely gone, 3 months after that, then people have to start paying their rent. Well, I got news for that. That'd pretty much be forever. Now, Elizabeth Warren, well, she's kind of an idiot. Okay, why is she coming after the landlords? Why does she hate them so much? Look, at being a landlord, which I've been many times in my life, it's just a business. It's like running a grocery store, okay? Some people have a real estate business. Some people have a grocery store business. Why not just have the grocery stores give away their food forever? Food free forever, and see how long the grocery stores can last, right? It's a business. Real estate is a business. Why not have Starbucks? Starbucks, you have to give away your coffee forever. Nobody has to pay for coffee anymore. I'm Elizabeth Warren. I pass a law. I'm going to say no one pays for Starbucks coffee anymore, but you have to stay in business until you go out of business. And you have to give away all your coffee for free. That's what she's doing. Look, landlording is a business. Sure, nobody likes to pay rent. Nobody likes to pay mortgages, but it's a business. Nobody likes to pay for their coffee. I want free coffee. I want free groceries. Elizabeth Warren, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Look, I get upset with this because I'm a real estate guy, okay? Right, okay, I got to calm down. But yeah, they declare war on the landlords. It's just wrong. It's wrong. Okay, so the eviction moratorium, it's getting extended in many cities. You don't hear about the evictions because it keeps getting extended city by city. Seattle out till January 2022. Okay, now, we got the forbearance on foreclosures. We got that. That's coming to an end at the end of this month. Okay, so that's a fiscal cliff, right? Now we have a bigger fiscal cliff, which is we got the debt ceiling. That comes in October. Of course, they're going to raise the debt ceiling. If they don't raise the debt ceiling, I'm sure Elizabeth Warren will they'll just put them on forbearance, because technically forbearance is not a default, and the U.S. never defaults on their loans because we can print money, and if we can't raise that debt ceiling, we'll go on forbearance in the U.S. Oh, it's just getting crazy out there, people. Crazy. I'm Tall Mike. I'm a stock market gambler. Like this stuff, give me a thumbs up. Really like it. Punch the subscribe button so we can talk again soon. Get out there, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll talk again on Monday. Bye-bye now.